Everybody, Troy Rawlings here. It's early morning when I still have my walk and morning gear on versus a suit or blazer or whatever. But this morning is about the vote. This morning is about the vote, especially those of you who plan on doing mail-in. I got my mail-in ballot. Crack this sucker open. You should have already received your official voter information guide. This is very important. Wherever you are, this is very important to read through. Take some time to read it through. Part of your voting plan should be having a day that you plan on doing it. This year, with all the craziness, coronavirus, everything that's going on, a guy holding office as the president who is inciting confusion. I've never in my life, and I've been voting a little bit, 45 years old. I've never in my life seen so much confusion over the vote. But then again, I'm not an elder, 70, 80 years old, who saw when people were being, our ancestors, especially black folks who died for the right to vote, when women couldn't vote, even further back. But in a country where this is supposed to be one of our main free rights, no matter how they mess with it on the other side, the last thing that should happen with all the fighting, all the bloodshed, is for it to be hard for us to vote. But guess what? Believe it or not, it's actually becoming a bit easier. Like us having a chance to do mail-in ballots, that's a big deal. But to be able to do the ballot and drop it off is a big deal too. So if you don't feel safe mailing, I'm not gonna mail this ballot because I don't know what's going on in the mail. But I will drop it off at a location. So I'm gonna run through a couple things real quick, just to make sure you're on point. Now, I looked at the envelope, and this is pretty dope because I heard some people weren't signing it. So now I'm in California. I don't know what's going on down south. Down south, I heard somebody say they got an envelope with their ballot and it had Trump on the envelope. So they was about to throw it away. And they realized it was a mail-in ballot. I don't know what's going on in those areas. But for me, mail-in ballot looks like this. Hopefully everybody that gets a mail-in ballot looks like this. Because they said some of the issues they were having is some people weren't signing them. Well, as soon as I go to open it up, it says a couple things. Did you make a mistake on your ballot? And it has a number. So whatever you do, you should be able to write it down. Now, this number is on several things, but write down that number first when you're about to open it up, just in case you do everything and say, did I sign it? All right, and they tell you, warning, voting twice in the same election is a crime. We have a president that told North Carolina, I think you should vote twice. It's kind of weird. I hope they didn't hear that, because if you vote twice for one, it's a crime, but that could cause some issues and, of course, delay election. There's a lot of junk going on. So let's cut all that junk. Let's do our part and make sure we do the best we can. How to return your ballot. Okay, so it has all the information. Return by mail, drop box. You go to a vote center. We visit lavote.net. Wherever you are, they probably have that. Now on here, they have the county office information, all the information. So hopefully a lot of your ballots look like this with a good amount of information. So I open it up. Okay, so this is your general information. This is the book you should study to learn about. And we have Google. So study this book next to the internet if you're confused about someone. Everyone's voting records are also public information. Okay? Everyone's voting records are public information. So when you hear about the stuff that Biden did and back in the 90s and you're like, man, I didn't like what he did back then, you can look forward at everything he's doing now to see, okay, well, he seems, and you can look at Donald Trump's voting record. You can look at all the representatives, the judges, everybody's stuff. So you can study on them online. So this is a good piece. And yeah, you got to set aside a day to do it the right way if you don't know certain things. Okay. And this is your sample joint. This is your sample ballot. So this is the one. Okay, if you're going to a voting center, this is the one you detach and take with you. You detach and take this with you. detach and take your quick check-in with you to any vote center in LA County. So they have this on the back. So if you are going to vote, you can take a number of things with you. Take your driver's license. I suggest you take your passport. If you don't have a voter registration card or you can't find yours, on the back of your ballot, this is perforated. So you can take this off and take it with you, okay? So go through this. This is a sample ballot. Okay, for the mail-in voters, open it up. I'm just gonna take a couple minutes to do this. It's only 8 minutes. It's worth it. So, you wonder where everybody get their voter sticker from? It's on your stuff. The voter sticker is already there. Don't be wearing a voter sticker and you haven't voted, like you're showing off on social media. Like, stop bullshitting. Okay, so here's the sample ballot. This is the real ballot. Here's the real ballot. Here's what I like. Once again, all registered voters in LA County have been mailed a vote by mail ballot to ensure safe and accessible voting options. And then people, I don't know if this is backwards on there, but instructions. Please, 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 please read the instructions thoroughly, because I'm hearing that people aren't signing, not this, the back of their envelope. And it's a big red thing. You should look at the whole envelope. Read it all, nothing to sign on the front. You turn it around the back. You don't have to fill out this information up here, because this is if you have somebody else dropping it off for you or whatever, mailing it for you. But right here in this red box, you sign. But look, it has my friggin' name down here above the X. So that means I gotta sign here. So read everything. Voters Declaration. Read everything, okay? And go through. Definitely study on the measures, because the wording can seem confusing sometimes. So you can think you're voting for or against something and you're flipping the script. So definitely study on the measures so you know exactly what they say. This information, the voter information guide, is very good because it gives you what the actual bill or measure you're voting for is, what it means, the pros and the cons, and you can weigh it yourself. What you like about it, what you don't like about it. So, you know what I'm saying? It gives the drop-off information, the official convenient drop-off by mail, and then it has other options. And if you're confused about anything, make sure you contact the folks. If you're confused about anything, contact the folks. If you're totally confused and you want to keep it simple, do your stuff and take it with you on November the 3rd. Remember, November the 3rd is not election day. It's the last day to vote. Okay, did you hear me? It's not, I know everybody says election day, November the 3rd, November the 3rd. Remember, November the 3rd is the last day to vote. Okay? So today is October the 19th. And I'm doing this video now so that a lot of you realize November the 3rd is the last day to vote. Okay? So you have all your information. Don't forget, call your numbers. I'm about to sit down, study, and do this today. So I'll be done voting. But I hope that helps somebody. Make sure you read everything. One of the things that's a big deal, especially for older or younger people, because you go to vote and they usually have the pencils there. Or now understand this. This says use only black or blue ink pen to mark your choice on your ballot. Fill in the circle to the left of your choice. Do not vote more choices than indicated. You don't have to vote in every race. Whatever that means. It might be an innuendo or something crazy like they're trying to say. Every race doesn't have to vote. That's whatever. So, but make sure you use a pen, not a pencil. Make sure you use a pen, black or blue ink, not a pencil. I hope this helps somebody. If it helps, share it, share it, share it. If this has helped you or you think it can help somebody, share it. I'm Troy Rawlings. Thank you. Get that ass out and vote. Get that ass out and vote, as my girl Jennifer Lewis would say. and do your thing. Share this, repost it, retweet it, whatever you got to do. Love y'all. Peace. 10 minutes for your life. Vote 2020.